In the meantime, it's day 2 of the latest state of emergency in St. James, Hanover and Westmoreland. Now, our reporter Anthony Logg has been in the Western parishes since yesterday and now joins us live with the very latest. Anthony?
Thank you. I'm standing here in the town of Savlamar in Westmoreland along Beckford Street, where the state of emergency was declared by Prime Minister Andrew Holness yesterday. And things appear to be business as usual, with pedestrians and motorists moving along freely. Here in Westmoreland, again, things appear to be normal. Not much security presence and residents are moving around freely. On our way here, we were greeted by a checkpoint in White House at the border of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, and the security forces carried out their usual cordon and searches along with their usual spot checks and so forth. We then moved towards Savlamar, but to our surprise, not much security presence compared to the other states of emergency in St. Catherine North, St. James, as well as Kingston. And we then moved in towards some of these communities to get a feel of what these residents think about the state of emergency. Much of them did not wish to speak on camera, but here's what they had to say.
The best thing about going to South for a long while, and I hope we continue. And everything will be all right after them gone. Everybody free to walk up and down.
We are scared.
Well, my reaction to this state of emergency, it was needed. It was needed to stem the crime and the out-of-control murder. It was indeed needed for that for this time. In Westmoreland in general, in Savlamar, and I would say this area, residents, even to this hour, is still tense because of things that are happening around the community. Even now, we have 5 members of our community who have not yet been buried, who was murdered from this community this year. Residents are at fear, living in fear. I can tell you there are so many persons that who have known or are nursing injury at this moment.
Now, according to a release sent out earlier today, business places will have to get used to some adjustments in their opening hours. Clubs and fast food restaurants will have to be closed by 10 a.m. Places operating under a tavern license will have to close by 10 p.m. Petroleum stations, 11 p.m. Supermarkets, grocery shops, cook shops, and other places offering goods for sale will have to be closed at 8 p.m. Now, the residents here are happy the state of emergency is in their community. They say even though they're not seeing as much security forces in the area, something was needed because of the continuous gang violence going on inside the community. So we have mixed reactions, not much security forces here on the road as we're accustomed to when we speak about state of emergency compared to St. Catherine North, Kingston and St. James. We will be monitoring the situation here in Westmoreland and will be providing updates. Until then, it's back to you in studio.